Well, hello everyone. Here we are on the 8th of December, a few older by-election. Surprise to us all. Those of us on the ground, even William Hill, the betting organisation that put us very close. Our excellent candidate John Bickley was well worth supporting and was proud to be there with him. He had a lot of support from all over the country, people coming from the south of England, north, even coming from Scotland. And Lord Ashcroft, the Conservative, or the ex-Conservative funder, who's done a lot of polling, put us within 3 points on the Wednesday, or Tuesday or Wednesday before the by-election on Thursday. Surprise, surprise, it came out with the Labour a much increased majority and a 14,000 plus votes on his behalf. The question mark was raised about the postal voting. Now, even if you took out the postal voting, Labour would still have won that election. And they were very well organised, you have to say. They were bussing people in, and they were very close to their constituency. Of course, they've been there 50 years, so you'd hope they were. But the postal votes were a big question mark. We were finding boxes of votes being brought in by people. And when checked, they were all 100% votes in favour of Labour. So you have to question what's going on here. Why is it that they're coming in such large numbers? I think 40% of the vote I heard was a postal vote. So that's being questioned. Nevertheless, John did really well with his campaign. I was proud to be there with him. Of course, the real thing before us now are the May elections. That's the elections for mayors in some of the main cities, the Welsh Assembly elections, and also in Ireland. And we have to say this is where we really got to put our effort in now. Believe in Wales, our UKIP members there are telling us that they're expecting to get an absolute minimum of 4 seats on the Welsh Assembly, and they've got real opportunities elsewhere. We must put efforts into that. Also, of course, the EU. Right. Of course, the EU referendum could be upon us any time, and we have to be right behind the Leave EU campaign. It's interesting to note that the campaign to get out of the EU seems to be much stronger than those that want to stay in. We seem to be hearing a lot more from those who want to leave, and of course Nigel has put a very good effort in with the European Parliament. On the website I expect to be able to put a selection of Nigel's speeches in Parliament, the EU Parliament recently, where he was very critical of Hollande and Merkel, and they sat there with very grim faces. But the negotiations seem to have gone very badly for Cameron. He seems to be on less and less demands, and even his own members of Parliament have been complaining bitterly about it. So we are looking forward to a poor outcome for him in terms of what he expects. I heard Donald Tusk say yesterday he didn't think there was much chance of agreeing to the limits on benefits for migrants, which is one of the main standpoints of Cameron's negotiations. And what did I say 6 months ago? I said Cameron could switch yet. He's a politician. He'll want to be where the winning side is. And I think he senses that the Leave EU campaign is actually beginning to make a lot of ground. And just yesterday, actually he said he could switch sides. He didn't say it in those terms, but he said that he might well find himself supporting leaving the EU because of course, the poor progress of his negotiations. So watch this space. I wish I'd put money on it 6 months ago. The big question in Parliament, of course, has been Syria. And we have been quite clear about Syria. It's been a case of what's the point of bombing? Hitler tried it in the UK, completely failed. The Americans tried it in Vietnam, completely failed. We tried it in Libya, completely foul up. We've done 400 bombing sessions in Iraq. To what result? So you have to say, what is the point of more bombing? You need troops on the ground. But more than that, I would say, why are we allowing ISIS to fund itself through the sale of its oil? Why are we allowing Turkey to funnel that oil into the marketplace? Those are the questions to be asked. And of course, Donald Trump has really come up with some interesting comments in the American elections. He's actually saying now to stop all Muslims entering the USA. That's causing a huge problem for the USA in the elections that are being prepared for there, the presidential elections. But he's actually making a point which is focusing on the issues. We have said all along that those who come into this country should be vetted, and we should only allow those in that will be a benefit to us. It seems like Cameron is beginning to realise that that's actually the way to go. Watch this space. I think things are going to be developing very quickly this next week or two. Thank you.